What's up, Devils? J-dawg back, as always, 6 a.m., goddammit. We're going to be going over questions, comments, concerns, as we do always over here. And which video? I brought it up, but I didn't read jack fucking shit. Just brought it up. Next in line, goddammit. What the fuck is this goddamn phone? Here we go. Why did Angel Corpse break up? Swedish death metal that nobody brings up. 878 views 2 weeks ago. God damn, why are we under the 1,000, Devils? 1,000, first 24 hours. You know what's fucking hilarious too, which is it's cool. I like it, but it's every single video Lindsay's on, every single one of them, within the first 24 hours is 1,000 views. And yeah, but some of the viewers, they complain or say, yeah, do solo J-dawg or whatever. It's just funny. It's like it's kind of like somebody gave me advice. I'm not going to say who it is or whatever. Yeah, I got to have a chick on the video because it gets more views. You got that right, dude. It's just kind of like it's a bunch of fucking 40-year-old virgins watching. Not talking the regular Devils either. You watch everything faithfully. You know who you are. Fucking metal musician, Joe Dinkins, Layla Lover, Ricky Jones, RJ CJ Rock. You know, the regular Devils. Cardiac Arrest. Regulars. I know them. But it's other, like, some of the, I guess the other 400 people that come over that I'm not on the regular videos. It's a bunch of 40-year-old virgins. Fucking never seen some tits and ass in your life? I don't know, which is cool. Keep on fucking watching. Love it. I like that one came out. I just don't like, why do you only watch these ones? It's like kind of weird in a way. I don't know, but whatever. Yeah, like I said, this video's been up, what did I say, 2 weeks ago. Not even at a fucking 1,000. Anyways, here we go. What the fuck? Right out the gate, what'd I tell you? Regular Devils, goddammit. First comment. I see a question mark in there, too. Metal Musician 6996. J-dawg, if you could go on tour and be a roadie for one band, who would it be? Fuck, that's a pretty good question. Never thought about that, ever. I mean, the first, most obvious is probably Cannibal Corpse, and it might be them because, I'm actually thinking maybe a little bit more Deicide, though. I kind of want to see Glen Benton behind the scenes, and how is he on a regular basis, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, I'm kind of curious. How does Glen Benton, when he goes and fucking at a diner? You know what I mean? How's Glen Benton when he goes to fucking McDonald's line and they fuck up his order? So I guess you would see that because you'd be on the road with them all the time. I'd have to say Deicide. I'd have to say Deicide. And why? Because I'd want to be with a bigger band that's going to be an actual crowd with, not 10 people show, so it's not fucking boring. Because that way, if I'm on the road, get to meet a lot of cool fucking Devils, of large variety of people. That's kind of like, at this point in my life, that's what would be kind of neat if I was on the road for something, just to meet, people that you never meet in general. And you're not going to do that. I'll fucking go into a show when there's 10 goddamn people in attendance. And, they're going to tour a lot of fucking places that I probably would never go to, especially foreign countries and shit. So if I was a roadie, if they went all over Europe and Scandinavia and stuff, fuck yeah, why not? I wouldn't be proud of that. But then, yeah, also, I'd be just kind of curious fucking how Glenn would react and shit. Who knows? Maybe if he writes fags in somebody else's shit like he did mine. So, yeah, I'd have to go there. Good question. Never thought about it. But, yeah, I'd probably have to say fucking Deicide would be the one I would pick. People replied to him. I actually, clicked on his box. For Versuvia Corpseflower, another goddamn regular Devil. Not just around for tits and ass. He's no 40-year-old virgin over there. God damn it, clicked off. He said probably typo negative. All those hot 90s goth girls hanging around at every show. Got a fucking good point there. If I was single, that would probably be not a bad idea. Because, yeah, they were fucking, I remember, ooh, in the 90s, the goth chicks were all about that shit. What did Vesuvia Corpseflower, another goddamn regular, he put a fucking book in here, and it looks like his pick was Celtic Frost, which, cool, but there's no way that would be mine. Joe Dinkins in here commenting, but don't see a question. Oh, wait, I'm going to read this off. This sounds crazy as fuck. What the fuck is this? From Joe Dinkins, goddammit. Another guy, not a 40-year-old virgin, and not just around for tits and ass. As for the original Angel Corpse breakup, the story I heard was that Pete's girlfriend was attacked. She pulled out a knife to defend herself and got injured during the attack, but was okay. He didn't want to tour after that. That's what I heard years ago. Fuck, no, I never heard that. The only attack one that I know is, remember Kyle of Incantation told me was when the singer on Infernal Storm and Blasphemy, was it Mike? Which I did like those albums very much so. He was attacked by knife or something like that, and like Kyle chased him down and tackled the guy on the floor, and the guy was arrested. Something like that. When he told me this was 20 fucking years ago, but it was shortly after it happened, like a month after or whatever, when he saw him on the road and he was telling the story. That's the only kind of like attack story I know. Never knew that about fucking Pete's girlfriend. Like I said, I met maybe it's a totally different girl. But I met whoever Pete was with at the time at Head Bash. I don't know if that was his girlfriend, his wife, same girl, different girl. I don't know. I have no idea, but she was there. She was with him. So now I'm curious. I kind of forget what she looks like or anything. I mean, I wouldn't recognize her if I saw her again. But he was definitely there with the chick, and I said hi. And I know Lindsay talked to her for a little bit. I was talking to Pete. Then I asked her a couple questions, like or vice versa. And then Lindsay was talking to Pete a little bit. So we kind of like, the four of us standing there talking for a good 15 minutes or so. So I did meet her and shit like that. Forget her name and don't work particularly remember her face, but he was definitely there with the chick. I'm curious if nothing else if it's the same girl now. Never knew that. Nevermore rules. Since you all just reissued Season of the Dead, do you have any stories or memories to share about Necrophagia Killjoy? Not really. I kind of told it once on camera. I met Killjoy once, ironically enough, was at Head Bash as well. He came up to me. I believe he met all my other brothers like several times or before. And I think he said, Reed from Speedwolf said the same thing when he first met me. I just saw Reed the other day too, but I haven't in years. But when he first met me, he's like, hey, you're the only Horrible I haven't met, which was me. And that's how the conversation started. And I'm almost positive Killjoy said the same thing. Came out to me. I was surprised how short he was. I knew he was short. I'm like, God damn, this guy's really short. And I also was had a pleasantly, as gay as that sounds, a pleasantly good conversation with him. I don't even think we talked about metal. He actually started asking me questions about working out because his son was getting into it and maybe supplements and shit like that, nutritional advice, things like that. We talked for a while. He was really, really friendly. And because what I always heard is that he drank a lot, and I just expected this sloppy drunk guy that just be like falling all over the place, maybe talking about stupid shit. He was always dressed up as a clown at some type of killer clown, I guess, at the Cinema Wasteland, which is a horror convention. I always seen him from a distance there, but I never talked to him or nothing like that. From what I could tell, he was just obliterated at the point. But like I said, when he came up to me, I was like, oh, I thought I walked away thinking he was a really, really nice and cool guy, and it wasn't at all what I was expecting. But that's the only time I met him. Then he died. I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. I was like, yeah, he was a very friendly guy. I had nothing bad to say about him whatsoever. But that is my only story. Questions, goddamn devils. Rocky's musical rarities. Yo, J-Dawg. Interesting that you don't have a listening station in your collection room. Question why? You know what? All my years I always did in my old house and stuff like that. The reason I didn't is because I'm not in here quite as much. To be honest, ever since I started videos, this is the most I'm ever in here, like for long periods of time, because I record the videos in here, just because it's got the best view. You got some metal behind you, and it's enclosed. Because if I'm downstairs or whatever and recording, and Lindsay's running around or talking on the phone or vacuuming or whatever, obviously I don't want that in the background, right? So I can close the door or whatever. So, but as far as why it's all more in the opening living room and stuff like that, it's because like in the evenings or stuff, especially like on a Friday or Saturday night, if like Lindsay are hanging out, have some drinks or something like that, you have the option to play tunes. That's would kind of be the hangout area. Or if I was to have like any type of get together event or something like that, a card party or something like that, which not that we have them a lot, but I have sometimes. I can now play tunes in there too. You know what I mean? It's an open area because my kitchen is kind of connected to my living room. It's just all spaced out, nice and open. So you can sit in the kitchen, whatever, and listen to them. So it's going to kind of kill too much. Oh, hell, if you're in their kitchen cooking food for a while, if I'm, do whatever. There's times I'm doing stuff at the kitchen table, like just work wise, even at this laptop doing emails and stuff. That's why it's just more convenient as opposed to this enclosed this room. That was always yeah. You have your listening station with your collection. That was always my motto. But and honestly too, because my walls and shit are all covered up with the collection, like it goes all the way around. I would have nowhere to put it. That was another reason I didn't, because I kind of need a wall, like a shelf to put it on, the stereo and the speakers and shit. That was another factoring reason why I was like, gotta have to change up the plan because always as a teenager, it was in my bedroom, which was my collection was in there. Moved out my first house with Eric and Chase was my bedroom / collection room was in there. And then my first house I bought after that when I moved out of that, and that's when I got married. Same thing, had a collection room in that office / listening room. Oh, this guy knows what's up. Fucking strength through Roy Joy. The girl Pete is with now isn't the one who got stabbed / injured. That was a totally different girl. It was the tour with Christian where the drummer Tony fell asleep and the van crashed. Not too long after Pete's girlfriend got attacked and was injured fighting off a mugger, the two incidents were enough for Pete, and he left the tour to be with her, and Alex from Christian filled in for Pete for the rest of that tour. Oh, okay. Didn't know that. And yeah, I was at that tour, wasn't it? So it was Angel Corpse, Christian, Satyricon, Immortal. Was that another one? Like, was it Immortal? Because I get a mix. They're both at the Flying Machine. I know that, but early 2000s, whatever it was, the Angel Corpse one. I guess I didn't realize that one was with Angel Christian, but at the same time, I kind of think it was. My mind goes, oh, it was Immortal in fucking Angel Corpse, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was whatever it was. I was at it, and that was long as fuck ago. That was like 2001, 2, 3, something around there. Long as fuck ago. So makes sense. It's not the same girl. From Canyon Bickle once again. Another guy, another regular devil. That was actually me who talked J-dawg into playing the Black Dahlia murder. Oh, was it you? I actually thought it was Tommy at Redefining Darkness because I know he said something about him. And I actually, to this day, I don't even think I still have ever heard Black Dahlia murder, unless he played it on the Hellcast for me, which I can't remember. If he did, then I heard of them. But outside that, I don't. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard him to date. They're melodic death metal in the vein of At the Gates. That's what I remember Craig saying when he said he heard it. He's like, I was surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be. But they definitely found a crowd with the younger devils since they came from a sort of hardcore scene. Definitely no deathcore. Actually, I met the vocalist at the second Hell's Head Bash. Really? He was there, huh? Huh. That's cool. Would never expected that. Question: would you prefer a first press LP or a really nice repress? That is a good question. Honestly, a lot of times these represses are better, especially ones Hells are doing and other labels too do. A lot of times the represses are much nicer because, like, take for example, like one I would love to do. I don't think it's ever been repressed. It's like Monstrosity or Imperial Doom. I have an original pressing of that, but it's the cover's thin as piss. The vinyl's flimsy as shitty ass fucking vinyl. It's just a turd. Imagine that on a gatefold cover, fucking maybe with a poster, extra fucking photos from that era, and like on a nice cool splatter vinyl or something. To me, that's way fucking better. As far as owning original, because I think the only people that kind of like the reason they care about that is deep down they think when they own something, it makes them a bigger fan, a bigger Cavalt guy, a bigger fucking. I have a say. They have the trophy, and I'm not knocking that because I collect records. I like that too. But at the end of the day, that's what it is. I mean, okay, so you own a crappier version. That doesn't make you more into the band. Doesn't make you cool. Now, if you're just because you're collecting, that's what you do, and you want to have both. Totally get it. That's who I would consider the more diehard. If it's somebody's like, fuck, they buy every version of the album, they want and they're collecting and they listen to it all and they know the lyrics and shit. That's who the guy who's the most diehard on it, not the guy that's just, I got a test pressing of it and he doesn't, but he barely knows the fucking record, hasn't listened in 5 years, and if they come play live, he doesn't even go see them. That's not the fucking that's not the King of Kings, or that's kind of the vibe. Realistically, whether they tell themselves or realize that's what they think, that's the only reason why they want it. Is why else? You know what I mean? So I have to say, from really nice reissue. But if they're equal, if it's just kind of like a standard reissue black vinyl, basically a replica, then I would prefer the original because just for nostalgia value, you know what I mean? It's cool. Ricky Jones, I'm late to it. Daily Devil's question. Favorite picture disc. That is a good one, and I'm going to have to enter that contest, God damn it. Looking at my wall because I have a handful of them there. I don't know if my favorite would be up there, but it very possibly may be. I'll give you a few favorites. Merciful Fate Nuns Have No Fun, bootleg picture disc. It came out maybe around 2007, 8, somewhere around there, 6. When that came out, just 300 of those made. We got those from, like, I think it came from Belgium. Love that one. I got one of those on my wall. Repulsion Horrified picture disc. I think I showed that on camera when I showed some of my favorite records. Impaled Dead Shall Dead Remain, the only vinyl version of that picture disc of that. Definitely one of my favorites. First Deicide album, Deicide picture disc, limited 250 copies. It came out well over 10 years ago. Slayer, Face the Fucking Slayer, 12-inch picture disc. It's a live bootleg show from like '83 or whatever. I love the cover fucking art on that. Got one of those on my wall. Uh, some of those. I'd have to say some of those for sure. My favorites. I mean, I don't know what my all-time favorite is, but probably one of those. Pikel, my silly, awful question of the day is if you got paid to dress up as a mascot or cartoon character for a day, which one would you choose? Keep in mind the dancing bear you see on that Barchelette parties on adult sites doesn't count. If I was getting, yeah, because I wouldn't do it for free. There's no reason I'm going to dress up randomly as a cartoon character. If I was getting paid for it, I guess if I was getting paid, I wouldn't really fucking care, to be honest with you. But I had to choose. I mean, growing up on cartoons, I mean, my favorite cartoon of all time was the X-Men cartoon in the '90s. Liked that a lot. Um, liked the Batman cartoon from the '90s as well. So maybe someone from that, like Wolverine or something. Even I guess since it was actually something I liked rather than fucking SpongeBob or something. Which I got no. Why the fuck does anyone like that shit? I remember when that. I didn't know what it was because that wasn't my generation. It was like my sister when she was little, and I had to watch her sometimes. That's about when I first. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it's just this square little guy at the bottom of an ocean, and there's these other. I'm like, this is what kids. This is the cartoons of today. This shit fucking sucks ass. And then I guess it's still popular today. I mean, like kids like it. I 5-year-old J-dawg wouldn't have liked that shit. He would have said that shit was gay back then. He'd be like, give me some fucking X-Men, give me some Batman, give me some Ninja Turtles, god damn it. Give me something like that. Give me something with some fucking sack to it. Fucking who's this pussy? I'm not even sure if SpongeBob's a boy or a girl. Based on his voice, can't even fucking tell. This shit sucks. That's what I always thought. I never got why kids like that crap. Because I know 5-year-old J-dawg as a kid would not have liked it. Just saying. You like it? I'm just saying. I didn't get it. I was confused. Still am. Ryan Idzerda, J-dawg, if you were given the ability to play an instrument and totally kick ass it, would it be? Cheers, brah brah. Probably guitar. Um, yeah, probably guitar. I wouldn't really want to say drums because that'd be inconvenient. It's fucking loud as fuck. Like say when you're practicing and it takes up a lot of space, you got to haul it around as opposed to guitar. You can theoretically just toss it in the back of your car. You don't have to hook it up to the amp to still play it if you want to practice and shit. So convenience and just you know probably guitar. Anthony Suske, old school Repulse Records ruled. Deranged Rated X was killer. Sure was, brah brah. Sure, a lot of the newer devils never even fucking heard it. But yeah, they're the first ones to come out and fucking say on social media, I'm sure. They're how death metal they are because they have their 2020 up fucking releases. Meanwhile, never even heard Deranged Rated X. I mean, if you haven't heard that, get the fuck out of here. Talking about don't tell me how death metal you are, goddammit. Human Brisket, dog, what is the coolest message you have seen on the run out part of the for the record? I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. For example, the original Ultras Amanda's has a message on side B that says "Watch out for Terrorizer." Didn't know that. I've heard of stories like that. That like Deicide supposedly has like a hidden. That's what Glenn said on his fucking interview with Craig. That he has a hidden curse in some of his songs. You know, hex or whatever. I never really figured any of them out. Like I just heard stories of one, so I never listened. I was like, oh shit, and I found out about it, so I don't have a favorite because I'm completely unaware of them. To be honest with you, like ever since Glenn even said that, I never like put on Legion or something like, oh, that's what he talked about. Holy fuck, there's that curse. I never heard it. I never was able to figure it out. So, um, yeah, don't have one. Capitator. I'll make this last one more of a comment because it's a question I've already answered. Uh, Here's one question for you: which bands are sounding better live than on studio records? I answered that. What was the previous video, or just was it earlier in this video? Recently, just answered it. Definitely already answered that. Bonus new metal trivia for you. Malevolent Creation have a song with Slipknot. All right, great, real proud of them. Like I said, the guys themselves, and so they made very bad metal. I already commented on this in the previous video too. I already kind of gave that description, so I don't need to rehash that or whatever. Me personally, if it was my band, if I was to start a band, I wouldn't have those guys affiliates because I just wouldn't want that name affiliated with me. Even if I'd like the guys, I just wouldn't because I don't know, it's almost just standoffish. But nah, man, I don't care. Whatever. I mean, they might be cool as fuck guys, but I mean that doesn't change the fact that Slipknot is a fucking rap core with the guitar, I guess, metal parts. Um, it's not death metal. Doesn't belong in the death metal world. Never did. Never will. If you like it, that's fine. But it just doesn't change the fact of the actual music itself. Guys themselves, hell, them and J-dawg might be the bestest buddies of all time. Never met them. I don't know. Air bands or Deicide, Malevolent Creation, shit like that. That's what I've heard. Okay, cool. Good for them. Kind of shocked that they're playing the crappy music that they are. Maybe it was for they saw it as a marketing. That's and what I've heard. The reason they did what they did, I'm not so sure about the musical style, which makes sense because if they said the same things, same fan base, is they saw Mushroom Head, which is from Cleveland, Ohio, ironically enough. Mushroom Head wears masks and shit, and they rap and stuff. They rap with the guitar, that shit, dude. 100% have that. And that's Slipknot was influenced by that. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's fucking true. I don't know if it's completely false. But like, what are you talking about, J-dawg? Slipknot had 2 albums out before Mushroom Revenue existed. That's what I heard. It was completely false. And if that's the case, that kind of makes fucking sense. They're probably like, holy fuck, look at this Mushroom right over there, dude. They're getting pussy left and right. People are packed to the gills. They're making cash hand over fist. Man, fuck playing DSI Malevolent Creation. That's just what I'm going to listen to my own time. Let's get some fucking chicks and let's get some fucking money. And I'll just listen to the cool shit. If that's their attitude, honestly, not a bad idea. Kind of can't blame them. Because you can't really, you saw Malevolent Creation and Monstrosity, those guys ain't raking in the dough. That's the music I prefer to listen to. But hey, you got to make money too. So fuck it. I guess play something shitty to make money on it and listen to the good stuff on your own time. Just kind of like laugh under the table, laugh on your way to the bank. You know, these guys like this shitty stuff. Not saying that to do that or I condone that, but I mean, I understand the mentality, and if that's the case, that's their, I mean, whatever. I could get it. Except the guys themselves might be the coolest fucking dudes in the world. But do I listen to that kind of music? No. Do I own it? No. Do I have an interest to? No. That's all. So that's it for this one, Nibbles. You know what to do. You know what to fucking do. Comments, questions, concerns, sub buttons, all of it. Do it all, goddammit. And word of mouth still is fucking king of kings in 2022 in my book. So tell everybody you know. Watch J-dawg's fucking shit. Gotta get them fucking views. 1K a day in the first 24 hours, I mean. Not 1K 6 weeks down the fucking road. That don't count. That's shit as fuck. 1K in 24 hours ain't asking much. That's still shit as fuck. But, I don't know. It feels like I'm kind of like moving up in the world, you know what I mean? As far as on YouTube, like, views anyway. So, I don't know. It's a good benchmark, I think. So, let's get it there, goddammit. So, you know what to do. Fucking tell everybody, goddammit. I'll see you tomorrow. Later, goddammit.